Caged for Cash, Alabama's shameful secret. Alabama, a state etched in history known for its rich cultural heritage and pivotal role in the civil rights movement, a place of struggle and resilience where communities have fought for justice and equality, but beneath the surface lies a shameful secret. Alabama profits from its prisons, turning incarceration into a business. Imagine a system where human beings are not citizens but commodities, their lives reduced to mere numbers on a balance sheet, where their freedom is traded for dollars and their suffering fuels a profit-driven machine. This isn't fiction, it's Alabama's reality, a grim reality, where the incarcerated are exploited for financial gain. For decades, Alabama has locked up its citizens at an alarming rate, filling its prisons beyond capacity. This isn't about public safety, it's about profit. The more prisoners, the more money flows into the system. The state has turned the punishment of its people into a lucrative business, prioritizing revenue over rehabilitation and justice.
The business of imprisonment, from cells to profits. This is a story of how incarceration has become a lucrative enterprise. How does this billion-dollar industry operate? What mechanisms turn human lives into financial gain? Through a web of contracts, private companies, and government incentives, the prison industry thrives. Private prisons, notorious for their inhumane conditions, pay the state for the privilege of housing inmates. They profit from every occupied bed. These companies, driven by profit, cut corners on basic needs like food, healthcare, and rehabilitation programs. The focus is on maximizing profit margins. The result? A brutal system where human suffering fuels corporate greed. Inmates are left to endure harsh conditions while shareholders reap the benefits.
The beneficiaries of this system are clear. Private prison companies rake in billions, their shareholders reveling in the profits of mass incarceration.
Politicians, eager to fill their campaign coffers, accept donations from these companies, becoming complicit in the cycle of exploitation.
But the true cost is paid by those hidden behind bars and their families.
The human cost of greed, lives trapped, families torn. Inside Alabama's prisons, men and women endure overcrowding, violence, and despair. Denied basic human rights, they become statistics in a system that values profit over rehabilitation.
Families are torn apart. Children grow up without parents. Communities are shattered. This isn't justice. It's a moral stain on Alabama's conscience. A system rife with injustice. What can we do? We must ask ourselves, is this the kind of society we want? One that profits from caging its own people? One that prioritizes corporate greed over human dignity? We cannot remain silent. We cannot be bystanders to this injustice. We must act.
Break the chains. Your voice, your action for change. Your voice is powerful and your actions can make a difference. Every voice raised against injustice is a step towards a better future. When we come together, our collective strength can challenge and change the status quo. Educate yourself on the issue. Knowledge is power, and understanding the complexities of prison reform is the first step towards meaningful action. Contact your representatives and demand change. Your voice matters to those in power, and persistent advocacy can lead to legislative action. Support organizations fighting for prison reform. These groups are on the front lines, and your support can amplify their efforts and bring about real change. Together, we can dismantle this system of exploitation and build a future where justice prevails. Unity and collaboration are key to overcoming the challenges we face. A future where every human life is valued, not commodified. Imagine a world where everyone is treated with dignity and respect, and where freedom is a right, not a privilege. Let's break the chains of Alabama's billion-dollar prison industry. This system profits from human suffering, and it's time to put an end to it. The time for change is now. We cannot wait any longer. The future is in our hands, and together we can make it brighter for everyone.